What is going on, everybody? Nasdorachi coming back at you again today for a third time here. Another little quick update video for Dragon Ball Legends. We should be able to get through the material here pretty quickly, and what we have going on is going to be a guide for how you can most quickly and efficiently max out your brand new base form Android 21. Now, a lot of veterans may not need the help that I'm about to offer here, but I figured it'd still be a good topic to get out just because I'm already pretty much done, so to speak, for now anyway, and I figured I'd share that information because it only took me about an hour to an hour and a half to fully max her out. So let's bring up the gameplay here and waste no time. Again, we should be able to get through this pretty quickly here. So the event in question, of course, is the Elegant Android. It's going to be the 21 event where you can pretty much, again, get every resource that you'll need to max her out, as well as start farming Z-Power for her, which is kind of a first for this game. Normally, we're used to the Rising Battle style or Legends Road style, where we get Z-Power a little bit differently, but in conjunction with the way that they've increased the maximum capacity of skip and energy tickets, this event does seem to kind of take that into consideration. So let's break everything down here. We have another one of those Dokkan style tree or roadmap kind of layouts for the event here. We have seen this before, so it's nothing brand new for the game. First and foremost, you are going to want to get through all of the stages. Clear them all at least once so you have everything available. That's pretty straightforward right there. Now, getting into the details here, if you are going to want to farm the Z-Power for the Android 21, right now it's realistically possible in about an hour to an hour and a half to get her to 3 stars, and within a few hours you could probably get her to between 4 to 6 stars as well, depending on how much of a time and energy investment you ultimately want to make on this right now. So the first stage of importance is going to be this stage number 3 right here, where you're fighting just the solo blue 21. You can use this stage to farm Z-Power for her. If you see over here, you can get Z-Power. Now, you will want to bring this specific team right here, and when I say specific, the 4 characters on the left are the ones that we're talking about, the 2 Android 16s and the 2 Android 21s. Those are the 4 important characters. The other 2 are pretty much irrelevant, but Majin 21 will boost the amount of Z-Power that you get as a reward on this level. She's basically like a bonus character, similar to how in Legends Road events they'll have certain characters you bring to maximize the amount of medals that you get. So this stage 3 will be for farming Z-Power. We're going to come back and talk about that towards the end of the video because there's, a certain point that I do want to bring up about that. The stage on the left gives considerably more Z-Power, but it's limited to, I'm assuming, just 1 time per day as of right now. The stage on the right is still locked. It doesn't tell us anything about it. Hopefully there's even more Z-Power locked behind this stage, because as of right now, the Z-Power farm is the long haul for this event. Everything else, the max boost, is relatively easy to get, but the Z-Power is where the huge time investment and huge energy investment comes in. Again, we'll get back to that in 1 second. For your Rising Souls, you'll get up here to the Android 16 event. You'll farm this one out religiously if you bring both the base form 21 and the Android 16. I believe for this stage the yellow one is the boost unit, but as long as you have both of them with you, it doesn't really matter. But you'll have the base form 21, one of the 16s will be your boost unit. You'll generally get around 100 to 130 of her Rising Souls per completion doing this stage with 10 skip tickets. So you'll farm this one. It takes about 320 energy, so like 32 10 energy tickets worth, to get all the Rising Souls you're going to need. You need about 3,200 of them, which, roughly levels out to about 30, 32, somewhere in that vicinity completions of this stage. Moving forward, to get the Super Souls, you will be rocking out this stage right here. I do believe the green Android 16 is the designated boost unit for this stage, and it's actually not too terrible to get all of these souls right here. When you strike well on 10 skip tickets, you'll get between like 7 to upwards of even 11 to 12 of the souls. and you collectively need less than 30 of them. Forgive me for not having the exact math, but you need 1 for the first break, 4 for the second, then 8, then 10, then 12, something like that. So it doesn't actually take too terribly long to farm these ones up right here. Probably 10 or less, maybe 10 to 15 completions, and you should have most of those. And again, that's 10 or 15 sets of 10 skip tickets. You should be able to get those knocked out. Now the last stage over here really only farms you the donuts and the macaroons, which are useful in the exchange shop for getting back large quantities of skip and energy tickets. And if you're lucky enough to have the rare macaroon drop, there are larger sets that you can get, but only one time. I've already picked up the energy tickets and the PvP quote with my 2 rare macaroons. I have not seen a third one yet, unfortunately. But you can get the donuts and, again, the macaroons to trade for various items. Again, mostly skip and energy tickets because there are no rising souls or super souls or Z power. Actually, there's 1 set of Z power you can get. 1 set of 100 from the shop, but that's it. I do recommend that you buy that, but after that, the macaroons and the donuts are relatively useless except for getting your energy back, which, definitely would recommend that. You just pick up another energy ticket here while we're talking about it. So this third level for me is the one that also dropped the 1 rare macaroon that I saw. So I don't know if the drop rate is potentially higher for them here or not, but that's basically how it boils down. Now circling back around, between about 320 energy to 100 to 150 energy, you should be done with the majority of getting her fully boosted, and then you can train her up, level her up, and that's not really that challenging either since those systems are completely separate nowadays. So about 500, we'll round it out to like 450 to 500 energy, you should be able to finish boosting her. However, this is where it cycles back to the nightmare right here. Because this level is only once a day, and because this level's locked, so over time I'm assuming it's not going to be as bad as what it initially appears, but you only have the login bonus, the one-time purchase from the exchange shop, some missions, and various Z power you get for your first-time clears on some of these stages, which leaves you with about, when you average out all the math, it'll take roughly around 6,400 energy to get her to 14 stars from only farming this stage 3 right in the middle here. That is a lot of energy, and I have a feeling that's kind of a time gate to prevent people from rushing it done here on like the first day or two, because hopefully again this level will give more and this level will start to add up over time. But yeah, so it takes, you get, if you bring the Majin 21 as the bonus character, on average you'll see between like 12 to 20, sometimes a little bit more, sometimes a little bit less, but that's about the amount of Z power you'll see for 10 energy. So if you math that out, you need 9,999. Of course, again, we're not taking into consideration the repeatable but once a day stage. We're not taking into consideration whatever this one might give, or the missions, or the login bonuses. Keeping all that aside, which knocks off a good few hundred Z power, you're going to need 9,999. And getting it in sets of, on average, like 15 is going to take, again, around 64 to 6,600 energy. So that's a little bit non-economical right now. Even if you had like max of every type of energy ticket, I think that only gives you like 4,000 or 5,000 energy. So you realistically wouldn't even be able to do that, even if you had all of your energy tickets maxed out. However, getting her to between like 4 to 7 stars is realistically possible. 14 stars a little bit outside of what is probably feasible now, but some crazy MFer out there is probably going to attempt to do it. Just watch. Don't let me speak too soon, because I'll say that and then someone will try and do it. But regardless of that, that's the pretty quick breakdown of how you're going to want to farm this event out. Again, I did it in about an hour and a half, got her to 3 stars with the full boost and full 5,000 level, and as you can see, I'm 814 out of 1,400 away from her 4th star. So that's the breakdown right there, you guys. Again, the veterans probably won't need this information, but I figured it'd be something good to talk about just because the event is relevant right now. And outside of that, we've already covered the characters, we've already done the summons, we break down the event, and then like PvP. There's not too much else going on in the game at the moment. Just make sure you're farming your beans for all those rewards. Make sure you're doing this event, Challenge Rush or UST Rush. Sorry, it'll give you 500 more Chrono Crystals. And there is some compensation incoming. It's not a lot. I think we're getting 1,000 Chrono Crystals and 10 of those daily sparking medals. Outside of that, that's all I've heard about, besides the rather generous daily logins that we're also getting for this Step Up Hungry Monster banner and whatnot. So that's pretty much it for today, you guys. Hopefully the information was somewhat helpful. Again, you should be able to get it done in about an hour to 2 hours, depending on how much you're paying attention and clicking on your menus for all your skip tickets and refreshing your energy. If you found the video to be helpful or you enjoyed it, consider leaving a thumbs up on it. Help spread it out on YouTube. Supremely appreciate each and every one of you guys that help support the videos. If you're new around here, consider subscribing so I can see you again on future videos. And definitely comment down below what your hype levels are for Android 21, for Majin 21, their kind of females or regen or androids based team setups. I just want to know what your interest levels are in these new characters and what you're expecting or most hoping for next. So definitely let me know that down below. And until the next video, have a great day. We'll definitely be talking to you again soon, but don't expect 3 videos from me every day, you guys. This is just trying to get this stuff out here because it's new and fresh. But we'll talk to you soon. Peace out, everyone.